Hey guys, got a quick unboxing video for you today. It's the new Blackvue DR400G-HD II. I previously unboxed the original version of this and also did some video samples which I wasn't very impressed with. I'll talk a bit later on about the differences in these two, but for now we'll just get on with the unboxing and talk about it after. Okay, so let's open up the box. Comes in a nice box with all the markings on it. It tells you all the information on the side. Inside you've got the camera. This comes out in its own separate little box. We'll just put that to one side for a second. And underneath that you've got another box. And in here we have the user's manual, all in English, which is good. It's got a bag with the sticky pads for the cable, you can route the cable, a spare sticky pad for the mount, an SD card reader, which is really good that they include that. Let's open this up so we can get a better look. We've also got, looks like a composite cable, and another one there with adapters on it. There's the USB card reader. They didn't have to supply that, it's really good that they do. Just sort of helps out if you don't already have a card reader. So that's all that. And of course you've got the cigarette lighter charger for your car with a really long lead on it, so you should be able to get that pretty much anywhere in the car. It also comes with a Class 10 16GB micro SD card with an SD card adapter as well. So not only do you get an SD card with it, which is a Class 10 according to that, whether it is or not remains to be seen. If I can actually get into this thing. Not only do you get the micro SD card, you also get an micro SD card adapter, and as I mentioned you also get the card reader as well, so you get everything you need to get going straight away, which I think is really good. Even when you buy like a professional DSLR you don't get a card or any card readers with it, so that's a really good inclusion there. So we'll just put all this to one side for a second and have a look at the camera itself, if I can figure out how it comes out. There we are. Okay, so here's the camera. As you can see, it's still silver, same as the old 400 version. I don't know why they changed from silver to black, from black to silver, sorry, should I say. I guess it's to do with the cooling. I guess silver reflects heat better. And let's just take the plastic off of the lens. You can see it's slightly different from the original 400. It's got a black square surround around the lens, so you can identify it as the new version quite easily. Here's a closer look at the camera. That's the button. You've got the recording light, the GPS light, and the speaker, and the microphone. And on this side, if we take off this bit of plastic, you've got the DC in, the micro SD slot, and a video out. Okay, so that's the camera. Now just quickly talk about the differences in this and the old version. This one supposedly has a much better lens in it, a much sharper lens. My main gripe with the old version was the heating issue. It got really hot, dangerously hot in my opinion. I mean, so hot that you couldn't even touch it. When it's sort of touching your headlining in your car, that's just not safe. So they supposedly sorted that out in this issue, in this version. I don't know what they've done, but apparently they've improve the cooling, so that's good. They've improved the recording time by using a new compression method, so you should get more video on your card. It still does 1080p at 30 frames a second, and it records in H.264 MPEGs, and it's got 120 degree angle of view from the lens. So in a minute I'm going to go put this in my car, install it into my car, and then I will put up some sample videos, and I'll also do some sample audio through it. You can buy this currently for about £279 from Blackvue itself. If you type Blackvue into Google, then you'll find the Blackvue website. I actually got a really good deal with this. I only paid £189 for this through a card club that I'm with. We got a massive discount, about £60 off, so I'm really pleased with that. It's already paid for itself because my car insurance gives 15% discount if you have one of these installed. So I got my car insurance quote, and then I mentioned that I had this camera and they knocked 15% off, and that 15% was almost £189, so pretty much I've got this for free, because if I didn't have this my insurance would have been more expensive. So it's paid for itself. If I have another accident, then this will prove who is at fault. I'm actually considering buying another one to put in the back of the car as well, but I have to wait for now. Okay, so hold on for a sec, I'll go install this in the car and then I'll put up some sample videos. Okay, so this is the first video of the new Blackvue 400 version 2. I've just installed it into the camera. I haven't set up the angle properly yet, so I don't know what the video of this is going to look like. Currently I don't have a monitor suitable to connect to it to actually see the live output. If you've got an Android phone, you can actually download an app which then allows you to see live video output from the camera. It's currently not available for iPhone though. Again, I don't know what the audio quality of this is going to be like, so if you can hear me, great. If not, then obviously the microphone is not very good. I've got the camera installed just behind the rear view mirror of my car. I'm just going to drive around a little bit just to see how the camera reacts with different lights. One of the big issues with the old version was it seemed to have trouble on deciding the exposure. It would change constantly even on a static scene. So hopefully they've resolved that issue and it'll be a bit more stable. They claim that the lens is a lot sharper, so hopefully the picture quality should be a lot better. They claim that you better read a number plate from quite a distance with this camera. So hopefully we can try that out later when I get back home and get back onto the computer. We can see how far away we can read number plates of the cars. So I'm just going to drive a variety of roads and just see how the camera reacts. I haven't set up any of the sensitivity settings yet for the accelerometers, which log different events. So it's quite likely that the camera will be selecting events when I just go over small bumps. My car hasn't got the best suspension in the world, so it's quite bumpy. So I'll probably need to go into the computer and adjust those sensitivity settings to stop it creating events when I just go over a normal bump. Again, in the computer you can adjust all of the G-force settings and all of the accelerometer settings, so you can get it set up just right for your car. This version also has GPS. I can't see the back of the camera, so I don't know if the GPS is activated yet. It's a very overcast day today, so it's possible that the GPS hasn't locked on yet. And on the old version it did take quite a long time for the GPS to log on, especially on the very first run, or if you hadn't used the camera for a while. So again, when I get back to the computer I'll see if the GPS is actually working. The software is all included on the micro SD card. To get the camera to work, you simply just install the SD card into the camera once you've mounted it in your car,
plug it in. It will then take a couple of minutes to install all the software onto the camera itself, and then you're ready to go. When it comes to taking the video off the camera, you just take the micro SD card out using the supplied adapters or your own adapters if you've got them. Put the micro SD card into your computer, and you can then access the Blackvue software, which will allow you to view all your videos. You can organise them in events, so you can go straight to a certain event that happened that it's recorded, and you should also be able to see a map of the GPS if the GPS is activated properly. The software on the previous version was a little bit buggy, especially when it came to outputting video, so it'd be interesting to see if they've made any adjustments to the software as well as the actual camera. There are a couple of other options, third-party software which is supposedly better, but I haven't tried those yet, so we'll wait and see on that one. Perfect for capturing events like that when someone pulls out in front of you. Obviously you've only got front view with one camera. As I mentioned in the unboxing video, I am considering buying a second camera, so I can have a rear view as well, because most accidents usually happen from behind. The accident I was involved in a couple of weeks ago certainly happened from behind, and this camera really wouldn't have been much use. It wouldn't have shown the accident, so it's definitely worthwhile maybe investing in two and having one at the back and one at the front.